Hey guys, it's Zack! According to this Google search I literally did 10 seconds ago, the U.S. Department of Education claims to have around 20 million students enrolled in college this semester. Now, I'm no math major, but I'm willing to bet that at least some of this number have no idea what they're doing. So hey you 20 million college students, pop quiz! Are you only here because you graduated high school and college seemed like the logical next step? Did you enroll because you thought that having a college degree would be your best chance of landing a good job? Was moving to college just a way to get away from your parents? Are you stuck with your fallback school because of all those rejection letters? I know. Are you undecided? Did you choose a major but it's not really what you wanted? Were you surprised to find that college life was on a completely new level of difficulty? That the stress from your immense workload is eroding both your mind and body, causing the pressure to do well to be amplified by the fear that you have absolutely no idea what you're doing? Fear not, my stress fellow student. I'm Zack and I'm here to tell you the top 10 ways to succeed in college without going absolutely crazy along the way. Now go ahead and put that ramen in the microwave because by the time it's done, you'll be able to celebrate your new expertise in college life hacking. And also enjoy traditional college delicacy. Here we go. Number 1, figure out the least amount of effort actually required. You need to come to terms with the reality that there just isn't enough time to finish all your assignments. I mean, you could try and stay on top for as long as possible, but the week will come when each class has an assignment due and you find out the hard way how many cups of coffee it takes to replace 40 hours of sleep. To avoid this, make sure you get the syllabus in each class, write down when the assignments are due for that class, and how important each assignment is. For instance, tests and papers are usually worth more than homework assignments. Also, rank your courses in a priority list. A course that counts to your major is more important than one that doesn't count to your major, so that class's assignments will be more important. Each course has a minimum grade needed to pass. If you make it there, you don't need to worry. Forget about the small assignments if they stress you out too much and get in the way of larger priority assignments. Remember, you don't need an A in every class, but you can have an F in any class. Number 2, expect to be let down by everything. Odds are things aren't going to go your way, so if you didn't do the homework, don't expect the teacher not to collect it. They smell fear and will walk around the room asking for it personally. And now you've got to come up with an excuse, which no one is going to believe anyway. But whatever you do, don't complain about how difficult everything is for you. Nothing is accomplished by wallowing in pity, and if you're really unlucky, which you will be, some students might try to out-misery you with their own sob stories. Then you'll feel compelled to justify why you were complaining in the first place, and find yourself in an argument where the winner gets to be the most depressing. So instead of thinking that you have it the worst, try thinking that you aren't special and that everyone has it just as bad as you do. It's easy to do because it sucks just as much. This mindset works especially well in study groups, and if you find yourself in one of those, expect to be the smartest person there. Because after all, if no one knows what's going on in class, what makes you think a random meetup in the library will be any different? It won't be. It's the same. Each kid is going to expect the others to explain everything. So, avoid this awkward waste of time and prepare for it by studying like you'll have to explain the chapter to a bunch of idiots. Because that's what you're going to be doing. But even without the reason college drinking is a thing, study groups. Simplifying the major points of a chapter into something that matters to you in real life is a great way to remember what you studied once you take the test. Hate study groups! 3. Try to avoid your notebook. Your textbooks were expensive enough as it is, so unless you have a teacher who always writes on the board and you need to get all that stuff down, save what little money you have left. You don't really need a notebook if you know how to take notes in the margins. When done right, this method of note-taking works great. Underline important points and translate sentences that are confusing into something you would say. You'd be surprised how entertaining your chapters become when your notes are scribbled everywhere. And this is extremely helpful when it comes to writing papers. You don't waste any time looking through large passages. Everything you need is right there. You can find the one quote you need really fast. You've already marked out everything you need right in the page. Need an analysis? Well, you've already got one thanks to all those comments you've been scribbling. Moving on! Number 4, get the audiobook. You're probably still going to need to get the actual text, what with like quoting and participation and whatever, but you don't have to read it. You've already got so much written work to hand in. You have no time to sit and read. Your only free time is like when you commute or when you sleep. And you can't read then, but you can listen to an audiobook. Most of the time in class, you just need to know what happened. You don't need to know on what page it happened. And listening to an audiobook frees you up to do other things while you're listening, like driving, or going to sleep, or pretending you're listening to your mom while she's telling you to clean your room. Yeah, what's that? No, I'm studying. I'm studying. I've listened to Pride and Prejudice. It's good. Pro tip. Audible.com is great, but YouTube also has a lot of audiobooks. And you can speed up the video on YouTube so you can finish the book in half the time. Number 5. Work on campus. You're in college. You're gonna need some money, and the $15 that you saved from not buying a notebook isn't gonna get you very far. So, getting a job on campus is necessarily convenient, especially if you dorm. You shouldn't worry about getting there on time because you'll be close all the time. Also, because it's part of the school, they won't give you a shift that conflicts with your schedule, and you won't waste time on pointless commutes back and forth. It's just really beneficial to have some extra cash without all the stress you might experience with another job. Number 6, make some friends in class. I don't mean making the kind of friends you'll want to goof off with during a lecture, and I don't mean making the kind of friends you want to Netflix and chill with. I mean, make friends in high places. If you notice that there's a kid in the course that you could probably get along with and they seem to know what's going on, introduce yourself. Sit near them. Just be friendly. I know some of you might feel awkward in social situations or be like me and have crippling shyness at first, but that's okay. You don't need to be all that in a bag of chips. Do people still say that? A simple compliment can start a conversation. And if you're still too nervous to make the first move, get them to talk to you. Wear something easily recognizable that other people can comment on. Merchandise from your favorite fandoms works great. Have that be the starting point for the conversation. If you've done well, you can get their number, and now you have someone to call on if you need help in difficult situations, or catch you up if you missed something. Pro tip! If you have trouble remembering names, put a short description of them after their name in your contact section. This can be what they look like, or what class they're in with you. Like Carlos, the guy from Foundations, or Jim, the other guy from Foundations. Everyone takes a Foundations class. Number 7. Be memorable. Remember, your teacher is a person too, and like the rest of us, they identify with people, not names on a sign-in sheet. Make sure your teacher makes the connection between their name in your gradebook, your name in their gradebook, and your face in class. Be unique. Have something that stands out as different, both in person and in assignments. Instead of using blue or black ink like everyone else, use bright purple to stand out. Apart from regular participation, you can be prominent without even talking if you have a particular look. Dyeing your hair obnoxious colors has become pretty fashionable nowadays and is guaranteed to get you noticed. Why do you think I do it? Long story short, you want your teacher to know who you are, because if they know who you are as a person, it's harder to give that person a bad grade. Or at least they'd feel guilty about it or something. Number 8, doodle! Let's be honest, you're gonna do this anyway, so you might as well get something out of it. Incorporate your doodles into your notes and have them be relevant to what's going on in class. Draw the scene of something that stuck out to you after a reading, or make a detailed diagram from things in your textbooks. And making comic strips that summarize full chapters is a personal favorite of mine. Number 9, watch the movie, read the Spark Notes. Alright, I'm gonna get a lot of raised eyebrows on this one, but hear me out. I'm not saying you should rely on only these to get by. I'm saying they're a great place to start, especially when you have to start a daunting read. Using supplemental material is supplemental. It's not meant to replace the actual text. However, you can use it like you would a map. It'll tell you what's going on and when it's going on. So when you do the reading, you won't get confused by the language. Keep in mind, movies are a completely different media and a lot can change from book to movie. Also, sometimes SparkNotes gives false information as an attempt to stop cheating. Many teachers know about this and will ask questions specifically designed to find out if you did the reading or just read the SparkNotes. So know that risk. But even with the risks, movies and online summaries are a great way to get you in the mood to read a book and are awesome for a quick review before an exam. Finally, number 10, know how to goof off. We all know that waiting until the last second is a really bad idea, but sometimes starting a big assignment can be incredibly stressful. So take some time, just relax, and get your thoughts together. If you want to get some more information but you don't want to read through your textbook again, try checking out some online video about the subject. YouTube is your best friend for extra lesson coverage, and channels like Crash Course and SciShow are amazing sources of help. Also, channels like PBS Digital Studios and Game Theory are great ways to start brainstorming ideas and get your creative juices flowing. And that's it! Hopefully you can incorporate some of these suggestions into your own study habits, and remember, the best way isn't to work as hard as possible, but find a way that works for you. Even if you keep in mind just a few of these strategies, you'll be able to work a lot harder without letting the pressure get to you too much. And hopefully you can find something fun to do while you're studying, so that'll keep your interest. Now enjoy that ramen and good luck. You're still gonna need it. Thanks for watching. I'm Zack. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can leave a like or a comment down below. Over here, there are a couple of videos I'm in. You might want to check them out too. And if you want to reach me, you can do so at Twitter and Instagram at @Zack_Aries. Thanks again for watching, and subscribe to stay tuned for some more fun stuff in the future. See you then!